just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Josh Hart.
Well, I like the ferocity on defense now. He was constantly putting himself in the path of steals and coming up with them, too.
Substitution on the court.
Left side, Collins. Carter outside. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Back to Terry. Pass to Carter. Terry outside. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the corner. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
Poor defense for sure, but the offense was worse.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Shamet. And again, New York with the triple.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Back to Yabusele. Here's Hukporti. And a miss there on the triple. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right.
The return of the God, peace God. It ain't nobody fresher. I'm in Mason, Martin Marcella on the table screaming. The other side they jealous. We got a banquet full of. They got a table full of fellas. Yeah. And they ain't spinning no cake. They should. Yeah. My whole team got dough, so my bank account is looking like millionaires, bro. Yeah.
Life's a game, but it's not fair. I break the rules, so I don't care. So I keep doing my own thing. Walking tall against the rain. Victories within the mile. Almost there, don't give up now. Only thing that's on my mind is who gon' run this town tonight.
It's crazy how you could go from being Joe Blow to everybody on your know. I bought my whole family whips, no Volvos. Next time I'm in church, please, no photos. Police escorts, everybody passports. This the life that everybody asks for. This a fast life, we are on a crash course. What you think I rap for? To push a rap for? But I know that if I stay stunting, all these girls only gon' want one thing. I can spend my whole life goodwill.
Thanks for tuning in to NBA action with us. Here we go. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now here's Fox. To the paint. Here's Sohan. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
A little raw skill-wise, but Sohan has that rare physical traits and a tremendous upside.
For 3, Bridges. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
When you watch De'Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
Castle. And no good, trying to use the glass. San Antonio moving the ball around. Pass to Fox. And stolen by Bridges. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
You call that moving with intent and purpose. The big-time finish by Karl Anthony.
Drew the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Second free throw, no good. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
Now here's Towns. He can't hit that time. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. When Karl Anthony Towns was brought up, coach immediately chimed in, saying, yeah, the thing about Towns is the sheer size that he brings. Our guys will have to be physical and make him uncomfortable around the basket to have success. Physicality and aggressiveness will be the key. Brian, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Hart. Bridges outside. From deep.
I love how Fox defends with urgency. He works hard to stay on top of the shooter.
Pass to Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
To the inside. Anunoby can't get it to go. On offense, here is San Antonio. And he lays it up and in.
Yeah, this is where Castle likes to find his points, closer in to the hoop.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Pass to Towns. Launches it. Rebound by San Antonio.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Fox. And Fox powers it home.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. 4-3. Wembanyama, no good. Knicks trail by 5. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Pass to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. The deep 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. So it's San Antonio now. And it's Fox missing.
When you need to double clutch to get the shot off, you know the probability is low.
To the middle. Here's Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Castle. Wembanyama. Oh, and the jam by Wembanyama.
When you can get to the rim as easy as Wemby can, you might as well add a little extra something to it.
San Antonio leading by 5. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Vassell outside. And there's a whistle. That goes on Devin Vassell. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
34 seconds left in the opening quarter. Pass to Brunson. Robinson on the wing. It's Shamet on the wing. Beyond the arc. They get it back. And a big finish by Robinson.
Long arms, tremendous athleticism, and pursuit of the basketball. Mitchell Robinson working the glass right now.
And here's Vassell from the arc. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. And so the San Antonio Spurs leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. They've had If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Back to Yabusele. The kick out to Brunson. Here's Robinson. Here's Shamet. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. The putback. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Down low. And stolen by Brunson. Pass to McBride. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or two.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
We haven't seen many buckets like that one. These teams have struggled to dial in their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
The 3 from Barnes. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Knicks. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Teammate Josh Hart may call Jalen Brunson the king of New York, but Brunson says, I would never consider myself a face of the franchise, but I'm a leader of this team. That's what I want to do, and I am grateful for the opportunity. I don't take this for granted. PA, back to you.
Staying humble. Allie, thanks very much for the report. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Cornette. Barnes with it. Now guarded by Yabusele. That's tipped. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with health challenges.
Yeah, the legendary Greg Popovich moving to a front office role. Then Wemby suffering a blood clot too. Some trying times, but this team's foundation of togetherness has helped.
Yabusele outside from behind the arc. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Inside. Robinson with the block.
This guy's nose for the basketball, and his timing as a shot blocker is intimidating. Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet.
Here's Barnes, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
Pass to Shamet. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Now here's Robinson, covered by Wembanyama. New York needs to get off a shot here. And a big finish by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson knows who he is, a vertical spacer. What a pretty dunk.
Picked his pocket. Clarkson for 3. Rebound San Antonio. Here's Vassell. Robinson with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Well, the painted area is really where Mitchell Robinson thrives, Doris.
BA, he might be the best offensive rebounder in the game, and his ability to do that helps teams win on the margins. He's also a menace on the defensive end, a massive presence at the rim.
And some changes here for New York. San Antonio moving the ball around. Pass to Wembanyama. Barnes with it. Hard covering. Here's Wembanyama. Ooh, the special sauce from Wembanyama.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Back to Barnes. From downtown. Towns with a rebound. 54 seconds left in the second quarter. Drills it from deep. Towns has got 9.
The defense must chase Karl-Anthony Towns off that three-point line. This guy is such a great jump shooter.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect...
Oh, hey! How about that?
BA, forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. Well, we know he can shoot it, Doris. But Karl Anthony Towns is most effective when he's also working in the paint.
B.A., he has such an effective arsenal offensively that he's most effective when he's getting to each of those aspects. So, you have back-to-the-basket skills, no doubt. If there's a mismatch, go at the mismatch. But he is also so effective as a driver. Straight line, with intent, and efficient off the bounce. He can also hit a mid-range. There is nothing he can't do on the offensive end.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Spurs up by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And Brunson's got the ball here for the New York Knicks. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Towns. Whoa, Towns with the power.
Boy, this guy has been on a mission. Karl Anthony Towns will not be denied on the offensive end of the floor.
Barnes, no good. High post Towns. Bridges outside for the lead. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, good position, feet set. Bridges totally ready to get the shot off in catch-and-shoot situations. Nicely done.
Outside for Wembanyama. From outside the arc. Hart pulls it in.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
Fires for 3. Hits the trifecta. And it's a 5-point New York lead.
Now, Josh Hart starting to show people, I can knock down a 3-point shot, and you better guard me.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And the Spurs making a change here. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Down low. Here's Wembanyama. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And that's now 10 points for Victor Wembanyama.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Sinks it from distance.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Now the Knicks with it. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. All right, Doris, for the Knicks, would you run a 2-man with Brunson and Cat or stagger their minutes?
B.A., I think the answer is you do both, obviously. But if you stagger it, it's because of what they're not doing on the defensive end. Teams will target Brunson and Cat because they are not elite defensive players. But at the same time, they are both elite offensive players. And there will be moments, particularly late game, where you want your best players on the floor. So the answer is both.
Spurs trail by 8. Here's Fox. Out to the wing. Double on Wembanyama. Cornette with it. And Bridges picks him up defensively. San Antonio moving the ball around. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his third foul of the game. Here's Castle. The 3 from Wembanyama. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks a lot, Brian. The Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned. Back to you, Brian.
They'll get there. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. 6 on the shot clock. Spurs need to get one up here. Pass to Sohan. Off the mark, and the drought continues. New York leading by 8. Towns, right side. Outside Anunoby. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
OG Anunoby is tremendously athletic, and when he plays with this level of aggression, it's hard not to foul him.
2 shots.
So he gets them both. 1:14 left in the third. Sohan outside. Fox outside. Back to Castle. Pass to Fox. Castle outside. Sohan outside. Anunoby with a double team. From deep, Wembanyama. Hart pulls it in.
He's fallen into a bit of a slump this quarter. How quickly things can turn.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Sinks the tray. Bridges has got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, you know Mikal was thinking free as soon as he got free. That's a nice delivery.
Back to Wembanyama. Double on Wembanyama. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Fox outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Wembanyama with the easy 2.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Outside Brunson. Three-pointer off the mark. Castle for 3. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Knicks. They're up by 11.
New York, 38.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here's Fox. Vassell outside. Pass to Barnes. To the wing, right side. For 3. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
New York ball.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Brunson surveys. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, Greg, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
And you look at Brunson, listed at 6'2". You wouldn't think he'd be such a handful inside doors.
Handful might be an understatement, B.A. He is a nightmare, free throw line and down. Why? Because he has moves and then counter moves. His footwork is exceptional, and I don't care what kind of defense you play, the guy will be able to get off a shot, and most often it's going to go in.
And Hart throws it down.
Josh Hart hammering it down. That's a message right there.
The 3 from Barnes, and it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Kicks it out to Anunoby. The 3 is up. Vassell with the rebound. Spurs trail by 14. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Terrific move. He sees the opening and doesn't hesitate.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. The Knicks making a switch here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Let's go with a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
You know, he's so smooth on his catch-and-shoot jump shots, and Vassell has a natural rhythm on him, too.
Now Brunson. Screen by Hart. Here's Robinson. Now Brunson. 6 to shoot. Now Bridges. Let's loose for 3. Up again. Oh, he rips it down off the miss.
Boy, what a save by Mitchell Robinson. Conversion on the second chance bucket.
Now Wembanyama. Outside Fox. Jacks up a 3. Bridges pulls it down. Knicks leading by 11. He launches. Buries it from outside.
What a wingspan on this young man. Able to get up and over defenders. Nice opportunity on the jump shot.
Here's Fox. And there's a defensive 3-second call. And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild, but when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
Yeah, it's just the giant wingspan, a 40-inch max vertical, all in play for Barnes that time.
And Doris, the Knicks gave up 5 first-round picks and a swap for Mikal Bridges. Safe to say there's some pressure to perform.
There is no doubt about that, B.A., because that is forever the prism through which I will view this trade. His team had showed such patience to that point. To give away 5 coveted first-round picks speaks volumes about the impact they believe he can have for them.
Brunson with a double team. Wembanyama. Wemby putting on a show.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Now Brunson. Beyond the arc. Barnes with a rebound. Spurs trail by 12.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Knicks.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that anytime momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Karl Anthony Towns.
What a groove for him this evening. Just stand aside and let the man work.
Brunson with it. And he gets it from 15.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And the technical free throw missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, off target from downtown. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. Wide open look, and he buries the jumper. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaFleur.